All right.
Yeah, funny.
Hello, ladies. I'm Kate Driver, naturopath and the midlife health detective, if you haven't seen me before in the group. And today I'm joined by the lovely Kath Cheng from her Midway. She's a midlife mentor, and I'm going to let her chat about her wonderful business and what she helps women with in midlife. And take it away, Kath. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi, Kate. Thank you for having me. Hello, ladies. Welcome. I'm so excited to be here because I've been in this space for a little while doing the Monday mindset. So it's lovely to meet you all personally on a video. So yeah, I mentor midlife women, and okay, why am I doing this? Well, I didn't get out of bed suddenly deciding that I want to mentor midlife women. This started from my own personal journey, and it was because I was asking 10 years ago, I was asking, actually it's 15 years ago now, I was asking that question, there must be more. And but I was my kids were grown up, like you do when they're grown up, you have a bit more time to start thinking about what it is that you want. But you know, um, I I think at that time I wasn't ready. I was helping my husband. We had our family business, and so we were busy. Life was still busy, and so I thought, okay, I'll figure it out later. I don't know what I want, but I just feel that there was something more. Now the kids are older, like you do. Um, so then 10 years later, when I hit 50, I these those whispers that we get, those nudges that there's still something. I still have those feelings, and they were getting a bit stronger. And with time, you're more aware of fifties in your 50s that you got less time, right? You're heading over. You're heading
Yeah.
over the hill, and it's time is getting more precious. So then I started asking my husband, well, when do you think, we're gonna retire? So because I was thinking that was the time for me to start figuring out what I wanted. And he said to me, I think another 10 years. And that's when I thought, oh my, I've waited 10 years, and now if I don't do anything now, I've got to wait another 10 years. And that's when I had that moment that I would call it my aha moment. I don't know, Kate, if you had that aha moment.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so
absolutely.
that was my aha moment that no, I'm gonna, that's when I decided that I'm gonna have to do something. I don't know what it was. I don't know, where it was going to take me, but I think that moment, that's when things started to happen. I call it the moment when we all decide. I think the first decision, the first thing for any of us before anything happens is we have to make the decision that we are going to do something. It's not just it's not just a case of right, I'm going to do that. It's about deciding. You may not take action straight away, but I decided I was going to do something. Things were going to change, and that's what got the ball rolling. And I just started getting curious then. I still didn't know what I was going to do, but because I decided and took the first step of deciding, right, what is it that I'm curious about? Um, that's what's changed. So that's what I now help midlife women do. Those women that are asking, what's next for me? What's more, there's something more. So that's what I help women discover, because I realized, there's certain steps that we need to take, and there's certain mindset situations that we need to be in that place in order for us to move forward. So and life's changed for me since then. That's why I'm so passionate about helping other women um, move forward in their lives.
Did you find that making that decision, that then like you said, things started to change for you, that did you work out like a system or something that actually really specifically helped you that you use with your clients now?
Right. I I think the main thing, because when we're there at that spot, we don't know what we want. So it's about
Mm.
asking, I kept asking questions. And And I can remember someone telling me, just get curious. What lights you up? Do more of what lights you up. And so that's what I started doing, because that's all I knew. I thought, okay, what lights me up? What did I stop doing when I had the kids, that I used to enjoy? And it was reading. It was a simple thing like reading. And what they say is, when you start doing things that light you up, it brings your vibration, your frequency up. And I don't know what you call it. We call it a frequency, vibration, a feeling. Yeah. So then when you're in that vibration, then things start. I'm not woo, but that's when they talk about manifesting and attracting, opportunities. And I think that's what happened with me unknowingly, because I was open to what was going to come. I was open and asking questions. Then opportunities starting, popping up. It's what we're focusing on. You start finding clues. I think it's just having that open mind. So I didn't have a framework at that time. I didn't know what I was doing, but through my journey, I did figure out, well, now looking back, that's what I did. That's how I overcame that. So I know I can help women do the same thing with them. But not only that, I'm always learning. Whatever it is, I'm always learning. And whatever helps me, I share with my clients. And the most recent thing, the most recent thing is probably 2 years ago, when I started learning human design. And I said I'm not woo. And I said I'm not woo, but there is a story behind how I actually discovered human design just by accident. Yeah, just by accident. If you had said to me, "Oh, go and learn human design," I was like, "Oh, I'm not woo at all." Yeah.
So how did you accidentally find it then?
Well, because I was setting up my mentoring business. I mean, this is a few years now, but that's for another time, to how I got to where I am. But how I found human design was that I was setting up my business for my mentoring, and I wanted to, everyone's talking about personal branding, marketing. So I needed help with that. I had this business that I wanted to help other women, but how do I get it in front of other women? So I saw this masterclass. It said branding by design. And I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. That's what I need, branding by design. Unknown to me, I went into the masterclass because I didn't look over what it was. I thought, okay, no, that sounds great. I thought I'll just sign up for it. I signed up she was doing branding, but she was using human design for branding.
Okay.
So
exciting.
That's how I accidentally got onto it. But then I realized that actually human design, it's not just for your business, it's for, life, your relationships, everything. So that's how I got into human design.
Fantastic. Well, that's really good. And you got a benefit out of that branding as well?
Well, I got a benefit out of the branding, but also what I discovered was, I think things happen for a reason. Like I said, maybe it was good, but I didn't know what I was getting into. But I realized that the more I delved into the human design side of it, it was the missing link that many of us in midlife were missing, because we're always looking for meaning. We're always looking for purpose. And I was asking the question, who am I? Human design gives you the roadmap of who you are potentially. When you are aligned, that is your roadmap. So obviously, if we're in low frequency, we're not, it shows us the low and the highs of who we are. And that was the missing piece. So that helped me have compassion for myself. I could see myself in that design, and I was realizing, oh, that's who I am. That, it's okay. For example, 2-4. I'm a 2-4, and that means part of me likes to hermit. I used to think hiding away there was something wrong with me. Those days, there was something wrong with me. When I saw my design, I realized that I was actually living my design, and it gave me compassion for myself, that you are you are who you are. It's okay. But giving me that confirmation that I was being who I was helped me accept who I was, stop judging who I was, and instead embrace embrace who I was and embrace also the strengths, because it tells you what your strengths are. And some of our strengths we can't even see ourselves, but it's on that our design, and I could nurture them then. So there's so much information there in our design that I didn't know, that I didn't know about. So that's why I've embraced human design, but I teach women how to study their design. I don't give readings. I teach them how to study their design, because I believe that we're the only ones who can get those ahas.
Yeah, okay. So for those of the ladies that are listening, they may not have any idea what we're talking about human design. And I'm probably not a great one to explain it, because I sort of discovered it about 5 or 6 years ago, and I haven't looked into it that much recently. And I found it so fascinating. I immediately told lots of people about it, and they were just like blown away. And I still remember, finding out I was a manifesting generator, and reading about some of the things and thinking, wow, this is amazing. But for those of the ladies out there that have no idea what we're talking about, could you explain it a little bit, like in the easiest way to understand what actually we're talking about? What is human design?
Yeah. So human design is based on the I Ching. Astrology is based on actually several different frameworks: the I Ching, chakras, astrology. But the main framework is human design has 64 frequencies, and it's based on I Ching, the 64 behaviors. I Ching is about it's as old as the Bible. It's, how do I say it? So it talks about 64 human behaviors, and that's what human design has based it on. So it's these traits that we all have. So our roadmap. So what this guy Rara Hu did in human design was, with our birth time, our birth date, and our birthplace, he created a framework that showed each of us that we have 26 aspects out of the 64 that are more predominant, that are more relevant to us.
I see, yeah.
So although we all have 64, we have some degree of the 64, but 26 of those aspects is in our roadmap. So that's what the human design report is based on. So from your time of day, date, time, and place of birth, you can pull up reports of your roadmap. So so that's the basic of where it is, but it's based on a lot of science. Yeah, it's about science, astrology. It's based on several different frameworks.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Even I didn't know some of that. Because when you get excited about something, you just look into it and go, wow, I didn't actually look into the background part of it. So how do you find that you said, there's one for business, and just it benefits your whole life, but so when women work with you, do you teach them how to use it for every aspect of their life, or is it just for certain ones that they want to look into more? So does that make sense, that question? Yeah.
Well, the thing, no, that's so design. I think I can help them look at ask those questions, but where they are looking for it, they can look at it with regards to relationships, with regards to business, with regards to your life. It's all in there, but it's what you want to ask. It's not what I teach them. I help them interpret, this is what it could, how it could look. This, for instance, communication. It tells us a lot about how we communicate with people, how we're supposed to communicate with people. Some of us, we are supposed to communicate. We can just talk to an audience that's just really cold. When I say cold, I mean they don't know us, and we could, I don't know, they would get the message just like that. But then some of us, we can only talk to a warm audience. They have to get to know us before they will actually receive anything.
Yeah.
And knowing that has, it's like me. If I wasn't invited into an audience, then the audience would not warm to me. I can't talk to a cold audience. It has to be someone who, for instance, you are inviting me to speak to your audience, Kate. But if I went and did an event, invited people that don't know me cold, that's not supposed to work for me. And I realise that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's interesting.
yeah, and each of us are supposed to make decisions in certain ways as well. Some of us are supposed to be emotional decision makers, where we wait for the emotion to fill up. Others, we go with the gut instinct. What else? Oh, our energies. We've all got different energies. We're supposed to be building things. We're creators, because you're a manifesting generator. I'm a generator. We're supposed to build things. The difference between me and you is that you're a manifesting generator. You do things quickly, efficiently. I have to do things step by step. We're both building. But there are people who are here to just advise. There are people here to just show people the way, like reflect on what's happening in the environment, So we all have a job in this world. And if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, that's when we suffer burnout, suffer stress. Obviously, as well as health things, but yeah, those things can affect our, stress and burnout as well.
Oh, absolutely makes sense, doesn't it? Because if you're out of alignment and like you're not in that flow and the right things don't come to you and fall in your lap and go in the direction that's best for you, and everything's out of alignment, then it's going to be like, what do they say?
It's like you're forcing.
Yeah, forcing and rowing up a river backwards or whatever.
Yeah. So I know it's and just knowing that sort of gives you a bit of having that roadmap gives you that, it's more relaxed. You work in more of a relaxed way. You feel like you're following the right path, and you can feel it as well.
It's like a plan.
You're not just reading it, you're reading your own map, but you actually feel it. So that has given me a lot of self-compassion, so sort of a little bit of relief, that I'm actually walking the right path, because sometimes you're going a certain way and you're not sure whether you're going the right direction, but it's a feeling as well. So, but not only that, I'm saying a lot about human design, but my program that I teach women is not just about human design. Human design gives us the information. What I say is that just giving you that information is no good. Her midway approach is how I help women apply that information into their lives. So it's all about how we approach life, how the mindset. We're gonna face different challenges, and how do we approach that? And that's where her midway approach comes into it. So it's two things that, not just the information, but also I help you with the transformation by taking the action. Because we so much now, a lot of us, we're given the information, but we just don't know what to do with it. You must have heard it now that, So that, I think that is the important thing of it. And I realized that was the missing piece that I was finding. I could help women take action and do the mindset, set the goals, because that was the piece that I had. And then the human design piece was missing, because they were going, well, how do I know what I want? What is my purpose? And I couldn't help them with that. But now I can help them, uncover that, and then work on, the her midway approach.
That's fantastic, because it's very personalised for them, isn't it? And it's their
totally.
plan, or like you said, their roadmap. That's really Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for explaining that. I just think I'm really excited to delve into it again with you, and I'm
Mm,
hoping that other women can see the benefit of it when you're looking in. A lot of the women here are looking into their health side of it, but this melds so nicely with it, doesn't it? Because it's very holistic, and it looks at the other aspects of your life as well that all flow together. Because if we're out of alignment, then our health is not going to also be great, and that's happened to me plenty of times. When I'm in alignment, you just feel, like you said, your frequency is different, your energy is better. We vibrate properly at the right
mm.
frequency, and we know that, yeah, you can feel it in your gut. It's a whole life thing, isn't it?
It's the whole
Everything
mind.
flows.
Yeah,
Yeah, when we know.
the mind, body,
Mm.
spirit. It is a whole package, inside
Yeah,
out. That's what I call
absolutely.
it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for explaining that. We'll perhaps need to leave it there, and I'll get you back again, and we'll go into
I'd love to.
depth about something else. Well, yeah, because there's probably plenty of things we can talk about. Um, so thank you, ladies, for listening, and thank you so much, Kath, for joining and explaining that.
Thank you.
And if anybody's got questions for Kath, then pop it below in the comments, and she'll be happy to answer anything, and so will I. You'll see her posting in the group, and yeah, it's great that she's here, and I'm really grateful to know somebody wonderful like you. So thank you so much, Kath.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for listening. I'm just going to stop recording, and we'll jump off, and we'll see you around very soon. Thanks everyone.